What is up, guys? It's Nate's Fishing World here today. Sorry about the delay in videoing. It's been 100 days, or probably even not even 100 days. I don't know. It's been like 90 something days since the last time I posted a video on YouTube. I'm deeply sorry. School, work, and like the South Florida heat and rain is like getting in the way of everything. So I haven't really been able to like film. Also, my filming subscription got like canceled and or like discontinued, you can say. So I really couldn't use it. So I've been in the process of trying to find a new one that's like cheaper, relatively, like you can say within my budget. I'm not trying to spend thousands or hundreds of dollars on editing for like simple editing. None of that. You guys may be wondering why I'm not in my normal spot. I'm actually at a park around my house. And from the thumbnail, you guys saw a bunch of Z-Man lures. You also saw the Bass Pro Box. We're going to be getting into that today. We're going to be unboxing what's inside the box, and we're going to talk about my new rod and reel setup, which you guys have seen a couple of times. And maybe later on we'll get to some fishing. All right, so I got a gift card recently from a very great friend of mine for Bass Pro Shops. And I made an online order. It took some time to get here. There is like two things that we're supposed to get here today, but unfortunately didn't. It was a spinnerbait. I think it was like a 3/8 ounce by Booyah, and some frog hooks that I was going to use for some topwater frogs, made of plastic later on. But we got most of it, and we're going to be unboxing this. So as you guys know, I got some spinnerbaits from Booyah. This is called the Pond Magic. This has like a, you can say like a green color. It has like a little gold spinner and a silver spinner, a little bead over here, and it's a 3/16 ounce. It may be a little light, but I feel like it's like, you know, it's like the perfect size for when you're fishing spinner baits. And I've caught like multi-species. I've caught bass, I've caught peacock, I caught tilapia, bluegill. I'll check that out in a later video because I've also caught some of those videos later. I also have another spinner here. It's called the Booyah Blade. This is a 1/2 ounce, so this is a beefier version. This is like, it has like a, you can say, if you guys are familiar with chatterbaits by Z-Man, they have something called the Easy Skirt. If you guys can see, I don't know if the camera can focus, but like there's a little black rubber band there. So later on in the future, if I do want to change the color of the skirt, maybe if I'm dissatisfied, I can just easy. But at least it won't come off while I'm casting. Hopefully not. Again, bead, but instead this is all silver. So this is like a minnow type or like a shiner kind of color, which I really like because I use mostly shiner or bluegill colors, and that's what I've like noticed the most impactful difference. And really, to spinners, fun fact, you don't have to do anything. All you gotta do is just cast and reel in. And I like to use a medium to slow retrieval. That way, I want to recreate like something realistic, but like not fake, you know, like something that will get the bass jumping or swimming around, checking it out. Another thing we also got is some trailer baits. So for spinners, I want to try a new thing for my spinner baits. I want to try a actual some like trailers. So for example, I have these Bass Pro Shops called the XPS double tail grubs. So this will match up with some of the colors that I have in my previous spinnerbait tackle box that I have here, which I'll get to that in a second. These have like little twin tails, they're little grubs, they're 4 inches, perfect for size 4/0 hooks, and it'll give it more of like a beefier profile along with a lively more action to it, along with hiding the hook better. That way you get more bites, you initiate the bass wanting to check out the lure a lot more. I also have where is it? These tournament series Cajun trailers. These are also split tail. They're like grubs, but like less, they're like skinnier. This is a pack of 16 over here. This is black, and this is actually gonna match with a Strike King buzzbait that I'll get to later on today. This is top water. So this will match with this because they're both black, and also, not to mention, it's a great trailer. Split tails is like the go-to trailer for buzzbaits from what have I experienced. I also got some Yamamoto baits, disscussion, for my chatterbaits, along with the chatterbait that I got here. So it's white and chartreuse green. I don't know how you. I forgot how to pronounce that. This is the same, practically the same color. But if you guys didn't know, the Zoccos, they make them in a 3-inch and a 4-inch, all sorts of colors to match the chatterbaits, and they're specifically made for the chatterbaits. And let me tell you, if you guys switch to a chatterbait, thank me later. Just thank me later. I'm not gonna say anything else. We also got some swim bait eyes from Z-Man. It's a 3/0 hook, a 1/4 ounce. I really like these because these are gonna go with these. And then we also got a 3/0 swim bait hook and a 5/0 swim bait hook. And you may be wondering, why am I using these hooks? It's because these Z-Mans are my favorite go-to lures now. They're swim baits. I have anything between a 3-inch to a 5-inch. So I have, these are called the Diesel Minnow Z. This is the pearl white color. These, the reason why I like these, are really tough baits. Obviously, it says on the package here. So these come in a pack of 4 or 5. They come in a pack of 5. All you do is, I literally have them on a little jig head over here on one of my spinning rods. I have them also on like a 4/0 hook sometimes. So if you guys didn't know, swim bait hooks have these center pins. That's what locks in the so you hook it, and I'm gonna show you guys actually how to rig it. So when you rig them, a swim bait, you're gonna want to get that center pin on the top of the lure. It's like straight in the middle, because that way it keeps it in place and it doesn't rip as easily. It's like you can say a Texas rig. And the easiest way to put it in, because these baits are tough to like lock in, and because it's Elastic, it's called Elastic, is what they're made of. And I'll show you guys right here in a second. And I haven't even opened these at all, so these are like, and they're very expensive. They're $7 a piece. $7 a piece at Bass Pro or Dick's Sporting Goods. But they work like a charm. They're super sharp, just straight out the box. And I haven't had any bad experience with them. So obviously, when you try to rig it, when you go, you have to like push it in, kind of, right? But it won't go in. So the way I learned, straight through the middle here, you're gonna wanna just put the hook in. That way it'll create kind of like you can say, a little pathway. And then you just push it in and you just screw. You screw until you get up to the shank of the hook, or to the top of the actual center pin. And then when you get to that center pin, it's a little tough because obviously the Elastic, and it's also like slimy in a way. So if you guys can tell, I have it rigged up. Oh, it popped off. But when you get in, you have to like really push the center pin on the top of the bait, because it is difficult. Again, the Elastic, and you can also use it in salt water too. That's why they're so durable, because they're salt water mainly for, well, they versatile, freshwater, saltwater, but most of the people use them in like saltwater. Like for example, these 5-inch jerk shads, you throw them on these jig heads, or just any jig head in general. And I guess it's for like snook, tarpon, all that jazz. So I have it rigged up. You see I have it put up just a little bit there. And notice how it's really deep inside of the front of the bait. So what I like to do is, I like to make sure where the hook is going to come up. So the hook is gonna come out around here. So you wanna, it's like a Texas rig, like if you're rigging a Texas rig. So the hook is gonna come out about right here where my finger is. So what you do is push down like that, and then you have yourself a nice swim bait. It's a 5-inch. This is called the Diesel Minnow Mulletron. This is a 5-inch, and it's a 5/0 1/8 hook. It's a weighted hook also. That way it gets deep. And what I like is you see these little like little dorsal fins. So with that, the hook hides itself. You don't have to put it inside the bait. Nothing. That's what I love about this bait. It's one of my favorites. And the paddle tail. Look how far I can stretch it. Alright guys, so we are gonna fish for a little bit, only with the spinnerbait. So I mentioned earlier in the video that this is my new rod and reel combo, or not combo, sorry, my new rod and reel setup for spinnerbaits only. So you guys may recognize this. This is my loose speed spool LFS 751 gear ratio. Bass Pro Shops Graphite Series rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy fast action. So obviously we have the Pond Magic, the 3/16 ounce spinner on there. So you guys may have remembered that this is my all-purpose rod. I fished like a rooster tail on this. I fished like bigger swim baits. I fished everything on this. You guys know that, I'm pretty sure. But I did some research, and after a lot of conclusions, I have made the decision to make this my dedicated spinnerbait rod. Why? Because this is a perfect length, perfect action, and it's a perfect action. I love this rod. I've put this rod through so much abuse, and literally I have not had a snap on me through the worst abuse at all. Well, actually, back a couple of years ago, I have this rod for a couple of years. When I first got it, I was being stupid. I was cleaning it after a saltwater use, and I bent the rod a little too hard and it snapped on me. But that was just me being stupid. But fishing wise, when I was fishing, nothing. I never had to do any like sort of maintenance on this, nothing besides a wash off after saltwater use. And that's literally it. I have, so obviously before I had I think it was 40 pound. Was it 40 pound? It may have been 40 pound braided line to like a 25 pound fluorocarbon leader. Now I switched from that. I grew up, and I'm using 10 pound fluorocarbon, just straight fluorocarbon. Maybe I'll upgrade to like a 12 pound test fluorocarbon, because I want to fish like a lot more in like where there's places that have like bigger bass, bigger fish. Maybe at some point in the future, I'll go up north and fish for like muskie or something. I don't know. With that, I feel like 12 pounds should be more sufficient, because if there's people that can catch like groupers or like snook on like 2 pound test line, this is like, I consider this overkill. But you know what? It is what it is. But 10 pound works perfectly fine for me for right now. I've been using this for a while, and nothing. I have a snap. I never had a lure bit off. Nothing. Sorry about the loud car. I'm in a park, so a public park, and there's gonna be people like that. So this is like the only open spot. Forgot to mention. Obviously, you can tell all these lily pads. I don't want to cast in between the trees. Over there is a lot more area over there, so I don't I may go back over there, depends. It's also gonna rain soon. It was raining really bad earlier, so everything should be fine. And so far, this is doing really good. I like the action, I like the feel. I haven't like got any bites yet, but bass are hard-headed sometimes. And the way this casts far. For a 3/16 ounce, it casts far. Maybe when we go over there, I'll probably switch to a to the half ounce. Yeah, it's starting to drizzle just a little bit. It picked up a little bit, but that's okay. If we get skunked, we get skunked. I wasn't really expecting to catch, or I'm not expecting to catch anything today. Again, it rained, or it is raining, and I have mentioned earlier in the video, and if you check out my post on I believe YouTube, there goes into detail what's been going on also. But again, the rain has been bullying me, so we're bullying everyone. Gotta love the Florida weather. Oh, not where I wanted it. Let's try casting over here. Alright guys, unfortunately we did have to end the trip. Again, I was trying to resist the urge to go fishing, but I wanted to test out the little new one of the new spinner baits. But at some point this week, by the time I'm filming this, by the time this video releases, which is either by tomorrow or Wednesday when I'm filming the video, it should be clear, should be no rain, no nothing, so we'll definitely get into more fishing. We did get skunked, but again, wasn't trying to actually go fishing a lot. I just wanted to talk about the lures that I got and do a little unboxing, which is pretty cool. But as usual, I'll see you guys next video. Sorry again about the delay in posting, and I'll see you guys next video.